I had a short session to start the day and I'm having one to end it as well. This is where lure angling comes into its own, because you take minimal gear with you, your rod set up, you're fishing within seconds of arriving at the water's edge. You don't need to bait a swim, you don't need to put anything out there other than your initial cast, and the moment that the lure hits the water you're in with a chance of a fish. Plus you can be mobile, you can move around. One of the things with this type of angling that's important is keep your eyes open, because you look across the pool, the lake, the river, wherever you are fishing, and keep an eye out or keep an eye open for, and I'm just looking there because I had a little perch following actually. So that was interesting because it didn't actually go at the lure, so I wouldn't have felt anything. But that just highlights the point I'm making there. Keep your eyes open, whether it's for the fish following through or feeding predators, because you can then move, of course, to where the fish are. I'm going to have about 45 minutes to an hour this evening. By its very nature, you are limiting yourself in terms of species that you're going to catch. Plus, you are lure angling as well, in my case mini jigging, so naturally you're not necessarily going to have a big number of fish in terms of targets, but it's great fun, and ultimately that's what angling's about, isn't it? I've just had a savage take as well, one of those where the fish lunges at the lure, you feel it, but then nothing else develops. It happens a lot when you're doing this type of angling. It's encouraging though. Oh, I just felt another one on there, and that was a definite nibble. It's encouraging because I've had 3 fish now, 2 having a go at the lure itself and then 1 following it through. It's my standard setup. It's a very, very light way of fishing, 0.7 grams, that's the jig head, and then a 2-inch rubber fish. And it's ideal because you can catch even the tiniest of perch on this particular method. And when you're there for a short time, it's great having a 6-inch lure after big pike, but it's also nice to catch a few smaller fish as well, especially when you're doing just a short session like I am this evening. However, just because you go for a small bait doesn't mean to say you won't catch big fish. My first 20-pound pike was caught on a tiny sprat. I'm not a blanker because I've just caught a perch, and it highlights what I was saying just now about small lures tempting small fish. Great, isn't it? Don't know how to hold this one, it's that tiny, to try and show the fish off. Well, there you go. I'll hold it like that. It's great, isn't it? Nice little perch. While still small, the second perch is considerably bigger than the first one, and that's got the lure still intact there. The initial perch that I caught, the hook came out when I got it on the bank. That's why it's important to keep a tight line when you are lure fishing, because the hook doesn't always connect as cleanly as it does when you're fishing with a maggot or a worm or a piece of corn. Great to get this one though on the bank.